Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna have a look at the Kambi deck and I'm gonna present you my deck guide to it. Let's have a look at the cards first that are in the deck and let's see how this deck achieves wins. So the concept of this deck evolves around the card Kambi. As you see right here, it's a 1-strength card you play on your opponent's side, and if you kill it, then it spawns Heimdall, and Heimdall basically destroys everything on the board. So after you destroyed Kambi, you and your opponent are basically left with like no cards on your side and a Heimdall with 20 points on his side, and eventual cards spawning with a Death Wish effect on both sides if the players had something on the board. So why would you use this? So like the plan is we achieve card advantage with like some cards like Udarik, which we pull out with Heim, or Oquist, which we can play with Crack. And with that card advantage we can play more cards after we play the Kambi, and we will win the round that way. And also we will have carryover with Wolfsbane and the prize-winning Cow. And we're playing Nova, so we have a big finisher at the end after we played the Kambi. So 22-point play, so that's pretty big. And furthermore, we have Iris as a source of carryover as well, or just a power play in round 1 or 2, because we have to win one round of those to force a long round 3. And if we can force the opponent out in one, or like bait him into passing if we don't lose too much card advantage, then we can use that, and that should be perfectly fine for us. We're running a Restore as well, because it's kind of an auto-include, and Mandrake in case we can buff something which we will rest later, or just buff the Oquist so it doesn't get killed and we get the card advantage. As a bronze package we play Demon Light Longships to achieve some long round value in case we can't force them out of round 1 or 2, so we get to round 3. Demon Warships for just some quick value, as well as Tusark Hunters so we can deny engines and yeah, basically just get some points on the board. We use a Herbalist to play out our Frosts. With that Frost we're gonna basically insta-kill the Kambi as soon as it gets on the board. Like, we play Kambi, the Frost ticks on the opponent's board, and it kills Kambi, so the opponent doesn't have any chance of interacting with it, like locking it or buffing it out of our kill range. And then we play Reconnaissance to just thin out our deck a bit so we can draw our combo pieces. And Demon Pirate Captains and Demon Corsairs as well, so we can pull out the warships and rest them later on. And that also is a great restore target, like restore on Demon Pirate Captain into Corsair into a ship. That's just perfect, and a lot of points, and even more points if we buff a ship with Mandrake, if we don't have to use it on Oquist. So let's jump into the game and see what we get here. I'm at quite low MMR range because I didn't play a lot lately, so I hope this is still an accurate representation of the deck strengths. So let's hope we run into an actual good deck, and a player that can control it. This deck is the deck. It might not be final yet. I might change some cards around, like how they work or so maybe, or how good they perform. Like, I'm not sure about Iris and prize-winning Cow maybe, because Iris only gives limited carryover value after you use Kambi, or none. But like it might be useful as a tool to force out opponents in early rounds, as I already said. And prize-winning Cow is kind of unreliable, because usually your opponents kill it, or sometimes they even have a lock. But if you bait a lock on that, that's also pretty good, so I might keep that. So for the mulligans, you basically want to get rid of Frosts and Reses. Perfect, and it would be perfect if you like could blacklist them. So if you have one in hand, then mulligan it away. Fortunately, we can't do this, but we can do this with a Hunter. We don't really need them in round 1, so do that and mulligan away the Corsair. We don't really want Ulrich because we want to pull it out with Heim. So yeah, that looks good. 2 recons to send out cards, and we can also play a Frost in the early game. Yeah, that looks like a good hand. So we just need to draw Kambi now, and Wolfsbane preferably, but we still have a lot of cards to draw, so that should be fine. Or we should be fine. So we get red coin, so that's really good for this deck. Like if you get red coin and can tempo your opponent out of the round, then you should basically be, it should basically be an instant win. Let's see, place a Frost. Can just slam our Aquist here. And after that you kind of want to establish long round value with the long ships or just kill stuff. Next I'm probably gonna play that long ship, or also gonna play a recon for Demon Pirate Captain into another long ship, so we get 2 cards out of our deck, which also enables restore later. And we also have to keep 1 Corsair in deck, so our restore combo is working, because otherwise, we don't have to keep 1 in deck, but like either one of those warships or longships or a captain, otherwise the pirate captain we rest with restore will be bricked. So he finally makes a move. So he's probably gonna Frost that row next. We could... let's just try to smash some tempo, even though we don't have that much. Gonna play that for more points. I'm just gonna kill that, so he can't use the navigators on them to pull them out of his deck. And also if he Frosts now, the Frost only will tick for 1 damage on the pirate captain first, denying him some value, which is quite nice. So I think I'm just gonna set up the engine. Not really afraid of any row punish. So now he's gonna move a card into the first row. Oh, actually 3. Ooh. That's not good. I think I'm just gonna recon out another card. So we enable the warship for longer and maybe start killing this one. Probably not gonna be able to kill it though. So in round 1 you basically wanna like preferably win the round, or get like 2 cards over him and lose the round. But he killed the Aquist in this one, so it's actually not that easy now. Still have it in range, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Iris now, and then we can play Corsair into the Demon Warship. That should be enough points, right? So yeah, I'm just trying to force him out now. Like maybe he can pass. The pass isn't that bad. He's up a card, but if we win, then we have first of all last play, and if we play an Udarik then in the last round, then we have the 2 last plays, which should basically be an auto win. If he doesn't pass now, we can probably get ahead of him again and probably force a win on even cards. Oh, that's interesting. So we can wait a turn now and try to establish 5 cards, so we get maximum iris value. Let's see if we played it 3, 10, 13, 4, 33. So we actually get ahead by 1 or actually 2 points if the ship ticks. So yeah, I think it's worth it. It buffs now. Or actually only 1 point. Oh. Miscalculated by 1 point. So maybe he has... Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I'm just gonna frost now. We can take it with the ship then, and that should be fine. It's pretty important to win round 1. But actually, if the length of round 3 isn't that long, we could actually consider not playing a Kambi at all and just bullying him out with Serenova. So card advantage might not matter that much. So he committed 2 frosts now. We don't really have the points, and I don't really want to expand Serenova, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass now. We still have last play in round 3. If he passes, if he just goes straight to round 3, and we play our Udaric in the round 3. So it's we definitely have a chance still. So we don't want that one. In case we draw restore. So we have our combo enabled. It's quite good. Might have been the correct move to commit Siri Dash into round 1 and then hope we draw restore for round 3. Because that's actually 22 points as well, if we use it correctly. I'm gonna mulligan that away. Udaric is a proactive play and... Oof. So I just thought about maybe taking the warship and just playing for points now. But I think we would just lose because we have the Kambi as a brick. We could enable this with the longship, but I don't see it working out. So basically you have to kill the Kambi now with our warship, otherwise we don't have any option of killing it. And the Mandrake is pretty much just useless. So the question is now, do I Mandrake now and wait 1 turn, or do I play the cow? I think the cow is the correct play, though he's probably gonna kill it. And if not, then we can Mandrake it, buff it up to 7, so it just gets killed by the Heimdall, not by him, or most likely not by him. Then it's probably Kambi, oh no, actually Mandrake. Then we play the Kambi out. And then it's a weird. That's weird. If we play the Wolfsbane before the Kambi and then we have to kill the Kambi with the ship, we lose. Oh rip. We lose 6 points on the Wolfsbane because it only goes off on Heimdall. So I think we have to risk it and just let Kambi stay 2 turns on the board. So we're just gonna go ahead and Mandrake that, because why not? Just gonna get this unit out of our hand. So, Kambi now, Wolf Spain, Demon Worship, Sirenova. Pretty straightforward. Basically, the deck comes down to round 1 or 2. You have to, like, don't expand, you have to like, manage your resources and try to win the round as well, so you get a decent round 3 with a decent length, so you get actually Kambi value. Or actual Kambi value. Oh wow. Oh, that's still good, I think, because you just used one card on it, so it's fine if we just go ahead and will spend now, because we still have enough turns. Low. Even though our remaining cards aren't, or like our cards are good, but definitely 3 Nova is only really good, and if he does that, then oh, that's interesting. Should lose now. Don't see a way of him buffing that out of range. Actually, if he has a Swallow Potion, then we might actually lose, but that should be the correct play, right? Or if we have Scourge. I think we gotta risk it. I think we just lose to Swallow and oh, a bricked Recon, a bricked Royal Decree. Oh, that's an easy win. Don't think it was correct for him there to kill the Kambi, even though he probably would have lost anyway, because he had a bricked card. He should have just played the bricked card and then hoped that Sabbath and Abaya are enough. Oh well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the commentary and got something out of it, or the deck guide more like. So, goodbye.